From the calming intro music, it must be time for Uncensored Radio Cinema Club
We need
assigned
some sexier
CD.
music for assigned
No, it's
seating.
not. I feel like it's nice. You go into the cinema. You know how they used to have the pre-cinema nondescript music before they put some cinemas I used to go to. They didn't have pop music. It was just like, oh no, I mean before the show. It's just like random background noise.
Lobby. Let's
See, we
all
didn't
go
have
to
that
the
here.
lobby and have ourselves a treat.
Yeah, I get it, but we didn't have that here. So I get it.
Something a little more exciting.
We're throwing it back old school. We are throwing our senescence into retrograde today. It's very important to note. Ladies and gentlemen, in celebration of the upcoming, 2 days away, release of the sequel, 22 years in the making, we are talking about the sort of original Freaky Friday, starring the one and only Jamie Lee Curtis.
Sort of original.
We'll talk about it. And a very young Lindsay Lohan. Now, when we agreed to do this, I said, it's been a hot minute since I've seen this movie. I don't think I've sat down and watched the full thing probably since the early 2000s. So it was a nice little flashback. Thank you, Disney Plus. We will take a sponsorship. We'll gladly say thank you, Disney Plus.
A really funny story about when I watched Freaky Friday the first time.
Oh, well, do tell us, Vera. Do tell us.
It was 2003, I believe.
Yes.
And the power grid went down on the entire Northeast. It was out everywhere except for a 2-mile strip of Grant Ave here in Auburn, New York. And the reason that it didn't go out here is because our overrun failsafe failed. So we were like one of the only places in the Northeast to have power. And it was a hot freaking day. And my sister and I said, let's go to the movies because Grand Ave has power. So me and Dia and Lisa and my niece and my nephew all got in the car and we went out to Grand Ave and we watched Freaky Friday.
There we go. Relief.
Yep.
So as I said, this is this first movie is actually the 5th iteration of this movie. So we had a 1976 Freaky Friday. We had Summer Switch in 1984. We had a billion for Boris in 1984. Freaky Friday in 1995, and then of course 2003's version, which we're going to talk about today. So it's a long-held tradition. Is Freaky Friday, so it's a good one.
It is
without giving too much away.
It is one of the best of the different remakes too.
Is this the first Disney movie we've done? I feel like it might be.
It might be. I can't remember doing one with you.
Although I do have a question mark on how Disney this film is at times, because there's some situations and stuff that I'm like, it's not very Disney. But I think we have to remember this was early 2003, and nothing sets that up more than young Lindsay Lohan. I mean, she looks like a baby in this movie.
She is a baby in this movie.
She is a baby in this movie, and this was right in the midst of the Lindsay Lohan moment, really, wasn't it? She's still a star, but she was a star back in the day. This is post Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, and this is big screen moment for Lindsay. This is her branching into music as well, like proper music, as opposed to just
Can she
her
perform at the
Disney.
box office? Can she
Yeah, and
deliver?
this was it. This was how it all began, and I just think nothing really sets it sets it up like Jamie Lee Curtis's devices at the beginning. She's got a personal planner, she's got a
Yeah.
BlackBerry, she's got a mobile phone, and they're all just sitting up in a row. I was like, wow, we saw things, didn't we?
We did.
It was
The
like,
work
oh
phone, the personal phone, the BlackBerry, the planner.
yeah, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
So the plot of this iteration of Freaky Friday revolves around teen angsty musician Anna Coleman, who lives with her mother and and who is a psychiatrist. Well, she does try and psychiatristize her daughter as well. Tess Coleman, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and her younger brother. Uh, Tess is engaged to Ryan, a very young-looking Mark Harmon.
Yes.
He looks super young in this. And Anna is not really a fan of his, feeling that her mother is trying to replace her deceased father. I think it was interesting that Lindsay is not the super popular girl, and in this movie, you would
No,
think
she
that
actually is
they would put her
one of
character
the
archetype,
bullied.
yeah, and then she goes on to kind of play that role again in Mean Girls.
Yep.
So Lindsay's the underdog. I feel like maybe we're supposed to. That's our identifier for the movie. We're supposed to identify with Lindsay because she's the underdog. But she finds herself a common family in her garage band, Pink Slip. I mean, come on. The music, as soon as the music starts, it's that early 2000s pop rock,
Yes.
punk light cover versions of old songs as well that were so prominent in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's like a little bit of ska, a little bit of rock. It's like, oh, this really
Little
puts
Joan
me,
Jett thrown in for good measure.
it really puts me in the space. But Lindsay, just her physicality puts it in. Those chunky blonde streaks. Oh, and the leather cuff watch and the other leather cuff and the studded belt and that heavy black eyeliner. It's like, yes, I know where we are. I feel like this is my comfort area. Hold on, this is 2003. I would have been just probably a little bit too old for this movie. I would have been 20, I think. But still old enough to watch it, not ironically. I feel like
I was
that's what
old
we
enough
do
to
these
watch
days.
it with children.
Yeah, so there we go. But it just definitely put me in the right frame of mind. I was like, I remember this time. I remember what it was like in this time. And it was, yeah, super cool. We find out that Pink Slip are preparing for an audition for Wango Tango. There we go. That's another flashback.
Yep.
Wango Tango's still going, but it used to be a bigger thing. And when they get the audition call up, it just so happens to coincide with Tess and Ryan's wedding rehearsal dinner. Conflict. Dun, dun, dun. I think one thing that Disney does do is always pick really good, annoying little brothers.
Yes. Well,
The kid that plays Harry is very cute, but super annoying. They did well.
They did well.
They did very well. And
my favorite moment is the underwear.
She got them on there well, didn't she? She got him in a mask. They have a really good repartee, those two. I would believe that they are siblings. They play well together. The whole cast does. I think that's the biggest thing that I took away from this.
Yes.
It's nice to see now Jamie Lee getting her flowers for a very lengthy career in not only movies but TV and just the entertainment industry in general. But it just reminds you of how talented a kid Lindsay Lohan was.
Yeah.
She was good. And there's some certain parts in this movie that just make me go, oh, you were an actress. You weren't just
Mhm.
I would say let's put her up against her other sort of contemporaries. Between her and Hilary Duff, I think Lindsay was the better actress at that
Oh,
point.
absolutely.
Hilary was
At
just
all
kind of
points.
playing a
I
different
think at
version
all
of
points,
herself. Yeah.
you know.
Oh, I don't know. Did you see that Liz Taylor thing? Did you see
No, I
Liz and
didn't. I
Nick?
didn't see Elizabeth Taylor.
It was rough, but that could also be the script. But Liz,
Or
look,
she could have been in the drugs at that point.
I am going to fully put up my hands and admit to myself, my name is Steve and I'm a Low fan. I have both of Lindsay's albums. I have unreleased material of her music. I have seen Liz and Dick. I've also seen was it The Valley? Yeah, The Valley, that weird thing she did with the gay porn actor. And I've also seen I Know Who Killed Me, which is also we might have to go down
Rabbit
that
hole.
rocky ride where she once again played her own. Oh, that's a spoiler. Throw that back away. I Know Who Killed Me. Probably the movie that ended her box office reign, actually. But in retrospect, quite an okay movie. And I would wonder how it would be received today if it wasn't for. I think we reached a backlash point with all of these early naughty celebrities, your Parises, your Lindsays, your Britneys. They all had a comeuppance of sorts with the general public. So,
well, they all,
they were
got fed
overexposed.
into that Hollywood party machine at a very young age when they couldn't get out of it.
And we were overexposed to them. There used to be these things called magazines. And they were always on the front cover. The internet was booming. Perez Hilton had taken off by this point, so they were maximum exposure everywhere. So it's not unusual for the reaction to be dramatic,
right?
But yeah, one of the first good lines in this movie, and I forgot that it came from this movie because I used to say it all the time to people: make good choices. I used to say it all the time.
That was a good one.
Make good choices. Just the neurotic. I always like when a therapist / psychiatrist is as neurotic as their patients, if not more so.
Well, I think they
Jamie
all
has
are.
a very Jamie has a very tampered down, like outer monologue. But when we get to the body,
I love that her most neurotic patient was I'm never going to think of his name now.
That guy who's in everything. Yeah, that guy. That guy who's in everything.
He was Stanny on Sex and the City.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I can't think of his name. I apologize.
R.I.P.
He's dead. May he rest in peace.
Dead. And let's look. Chad Michael Murray. Question mark on how old he is meant to be in this movie. Because he works.
He's old
at the
enough
school,
to work in the school,
which is questionable for a Disney movie, right? So he works in the school, but he's
dating students.
Yes, it's a bit eepy cray, but look, he was very much the long hair. He's the post Cobain, semi long haired, grungy kid in this, and girls would swoon. They would swoon, but he has aged like a fine wine too.
He doesn't look bad. He's in the new movie, right?
He's
in the update.
Looking good in just nearly everything because he's still acting.
I kind of feel like he might have been like a work study job.
Yeah,
he might have been technically a 16-year-old or 17-year-old.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere in this movie. He's working at the coffee shop. It's like, dude, maybe you're a stalker, and we need to talk about that. But swoon, he's very swoony. The girls would love. The girls and the gays would love. Click.
And they did.
We love, and they did, and they still do. Chad Michael Murray. I love that she gets in trouble for the book report on 1984. I was like, oh, timely. Timely. Oh, no. Oh.
Foreshadowing.
Evan is the character's name. Jamie Lee's psychiatrist patient, and he has
Yes.
another great quote. This morning was good, then I got up. I feel like that's a T-shirt that they should have done.
That's kind of like my daily motto. I was doing fine, and then I got up.
And then, aren't you the other was a maid of horror? Aren't you the maid of horror or whatever? It's like, yes, that's very wedding adjacent.
Yes.
Wedding adjacent. It's very true, but
Little
the music's
cringe
good.
moment when they got the fortune cookies, you know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there. We're
Okay.
definitely gonna get there. They did well with this song. Take Me Away from the soundtrack. I was unconsciously foot bopping. I went, oh no, it's happening. Oh no. Oh, yes, pink slip for the win. Just that song just takes me back to. I was like, oh, I remember. Let's take me back to some days. I'm having a flashback. I'm having a flashback.
Isn't that a flashback?
I know. All right. Questionable cultural taste level.
Yeah.
As we enter the House
there
of
was
Chang.
A few moments.
Pepe. Pepe, who that actress is in a shit ton as well.
She was Disney's
go-to Asian lady.
Asian, yeah. She's like in 9 or 10 Disney films.
Yeah, I was like, I have seen your face a lot, and same with the actress that plays Mama. Like they're both. Do you know what? They are both in the sequel as well.
Are they really?
I saw them on the first look because if you have Disney Plus, there's a Freaky Friday first look. It's like a 4-minute little documentary. They talk about getting the cast back together, and Mama and Pepe are there. I'm like, oh, what? No way! That's so exciting. They've done a really good job of getting the majority of the cast back, actually.
Good.
Yeah, so
I love how
talk about this.
how very before we get there, how very, very committed to this project Jamie Lee Curtis was.
Yeah. As I said, Jamie is getting her flowers at the moment, and I think it's hard to pinpoint where it started. I think when she did that Halloween, the 2018 Halloween, we got on a new Jamie Lee Curtis renaissance, and in a major way, because after that she's done everything, and she's now finally
everywhere all
actress.
At once.
Yeah, The Last Showgirl, all of these movies where she's just this dominating force, and I think she stepped into her power at a very interesting age, which she's been talking about. It's an age where actors are supposed to disappear, especially actresses are supposed to disappear and play grandma, play weird neighbor, play ex-wives, all of these things.
She won in the same year she won the Emmy for The Bear and the Academy for Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's had definitely a Jamie renaissance, you know.
She's got really good critical acclaim. I haven't seen The Last Showgirl, but the reviews for her performance in that are really good. She's in everything she's doing. She's got the power. Like she's got the power, and she had the power to kind of make Freakier Friday happen.
Women reach an age where the children are grown and the fucks don't exist anymore. Yeah, no fucks left to give, and you find yourself doing a podcast or doing any movie that comes across your desk. You know.
But the whole reason that Freakier Friday is happening is because when she was on the press tour for, I can't remember what movie she was talking about. Whenever she's on a press tour, the thing she was getting asked most about was
Freaky Friday.
A sequel to Freaky Friday. And Jamie's answer was, we have to wait until Lindsay would be old enough to have a daughter, a teenage daughter. And then all of a sudden that happened. And they talk about this in the first look for Freakier Friday. When it really took off was when Lindsay took her child to go to introduce her to her son to Jamie Lee Curtis, and they took a photo together, and that's when the internet exploded, and that's when she kind of went to Disney I want to do it. She wants to do it. Let's do it. And it kind of happened. Like,
Right.
that's amazing. To have that kind of power and just go, people want it. Let's make it. And it was
Didn't I
very
hear
quickly greenlit.
Jamie is like EP. Isn't she executive producer?
Yeah, I think she is in. I think that's written into her vibe now since the Halloween. She got a majorly good deal on that Halloween trilogy that she did. Back end, producing credits, all that kind of stuff. And
do you ever hear the story she told at the time about how she wanted to read the script and they sent a security guard to stand with her?
Yeah. But rightly, look, I think that she's had such a tumultuous relationship with her beginnings that taking that power back must be gratifying. The quality of the movie, especially the second one, questionable. But if you would like to find out our feelings on the Halloween, on the new Halloween trilogy, please go watch Uncensored Horror. We have a lot of feelings. And we actually, Vera didn't join us, but
I don't.
We all went together to see Halloween Ends when I was over there, so that was fun. That was a nice little moment of
threatening to bring me and threatening to trick me into it. But when push came to shove, they did not.
No, not your kind of movie. That's okay.
Yeah. Katie was threatening. I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you there.
Jeff was funny to watch that with. It was good. Oh no. Anyway, back to Pepe.
Yes.
Pepe's mother, who also works at House of Chain, boom, every time. It's like, oh, ouch. Ouchie. Sees Anna and
Not
Tess
as culturally
arguing.
sensitive as I remembered.
No. Sees them arguing, decides to play a little trick, issuing them magic fortune cookies that cause an earthquake that only those two feel. And the next morning, the iconic body swap. This is where I had to go, oh, these two are great. I can't imagine casting anyone else as opposed to these two people to do this swap. And I think this is where Lindsay really shines as an actress. But my God, how good is Jamie Lee Curtis playing a teenage girl?
I thought she was wonderful. And I hadn't really remembered, like I said, I didn't remember the movie that well. I remembered that I'd seen it. I remembered the storyline. But the scene where she's on the motorcycle, just hugging on the
Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah, I mean, the scene where she grabs herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
That famous.
That's definitely not mine. Yeah, Jamie's just the tick.
Yeah.
She can just get it. She changes completely. Lindsay's like poised.
Yes,
reserved.
And Lindsay pulls it off too.
It's like, wow, so good. I'm going to throw some names at you though, because these were some of the people that were attached or hopefully going to be attached. Originally, they wanted to cast Jodie Foster because she
did a version.
She was the daughter in the 1976 movie, but they wanted to cast her as the mother in this movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Another person that'll make you go, qua? Madonna actually expressed interest in Jamie Lee Curtis's role.
Wow.
I know. But the original cast, who both had to exit due to scheduling conflicts, Annette Bening and Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that. I could definitely see Michelle, because Michelle was a very talented. I could see Michelle playing that dual role as well. And Annette Bening is solid as well. I could see her doing it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So Jamie Lee Curtis was actually only cast 4 days before the shooting began.
Wow.
I know.
Talk about cutting
and it's all from her True Lies performance. So it's like, oh, okay. The people considered for Anna were Misha Barton, Kristen Stewart, Mae Whitman, Evan Rachel Wood, Brie Larson, Emmy Rossen, Kristen Bell, Sherry Appleby, and Danielle Panabaker. So a lot of
There
very
was a
naughty
lot of
names
young
there.
talent.
A lot of very naughty names there.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I think we got the best combination
It
of
was
the
a great
both because
combination. Yeah.
they play off each other so well. They play each other so
And they
well.
do look like mother daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I love when the penny drops for Tess/Anna when she's at school
Yes.
about who Mr. Bates is.
Yes. Evan
It's
Bates?
yeah, she just destroys him, and
She was
it does explain the poor treatment of young Anna,
right.
as opposed to it's very Revenge of the Nerds Carrie, like I will succeed moment by multi-generational trauma. But I love there's just so many little bits of gold where it's just it's the small things like Jamie Lee, the knees up in the car, the way she acts to Harry when she's not
Right.
herself, and even Lindsay acting motherly. It's just so cute,
It
so
is
very
very cute.
cute. Tick tick tick. So she loves detention. This kid,
She
she
doesn't
loves
love it. She
detention,
just succeeds at
but
it.
she's just there. Just
The
there. Oh,
meatloaf turkey exchange.
look, I wish I would have taken more extensive notes, but I actually found myself just sitting back and enjoying the movie, which is
Yes.
super rare. Normally I'm like, oh, we're going to talk about this. Oh, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. The one thing I forgot to talk about is when Lindsay threatens to kill herself. I'm like, oh, that's not very Disney.
Nope.
I'll kill myself. I went, question mark?
So
We're
teenagers
invested.
often threaten it.
I
A
know,
common...
but you don't usually hear it in a Disney film.
No. Well,
Such is life, though. I love that Anna just really wants to reconnect with Stacy, her strange friend. What a bitch that girl is.
I know, right?
What a bitch. I'm just like, oh,
She makes the mean girls look like rank amateurs.
I don't know. I think that the mean girls have eaten her alive, but she's just a bitch, though. We have that very coiffed popular girl archetype.
Right.
I just think of Mandy Moore in Saved.
She was bleeding off my paper.
Yeah, it's like, what a hoe. I would have just fought her then. Anna ends up in detention again. Now, I think it was Miss Woods was the detention teacher. She reminds me so much of Amber Davis.
Yeah.
It's like from Alice, especially in the Brady Bunch remake when she's the trucker. She's very much that. I was like, oh, she kind of looks like that. It's nice. But Jake decides to help Anna Tess Anna.
Right.
Older Anna, we'll call her, by completing her test. And then she also decides to sabotage Stacey. I am stupid. It's like, yeah. Look. That's cute.
She offends him.
She does.
Which is good. You can't make that behavior seem glamorous.
Yes, and he kind of knocks her back, which is a little bit of a wound to the heart, I'm sure, for those teenage girls. Well, what were we saying? Young Tess on the TV interview.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Senescence in retrograde. Like senile. I get it. Senescence.
She ends up body surfing through the crowd.
She's just great, and her young Tess's dodging of Mark Harmon trying to kiss her is great. Oozing, cold sore, huge. Like the physical comedy that these two do is great as well. Jamie does that backflip over the couch to try and get away from him kissing him, and then later on, they do love a we had the let's try and stop the body swap collision, and then they did love a running crash tackle in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Lindsay gets Chad Michael Murray later on, and then Paper at the end. What a great way to end the movie. I've got to say, but we'll talk about that in a minute. There's some physical stuff in here that's. Jamie was a younger lady at the time. You know, she was making it happen. And this would have been post. This would have been post Halloween.
She was probably in her 40s. She was in her 40s, I bet you.
Ooh, let me look at that.
I'm pretty sure she was in her 40s.
Yeah, so she was kind of having her first comeback, if that makes sense.
Yep.
After that 90s moment, she had like not really 90s. It was 80s when she did all that kind of stuff, wasn't it?
Yes, when she did Halloween
Called Wanda, all those stuff.
And the physical movie.
She had True Lies. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so this was post Halloween as well. So she'd gone back for Halloween H20 and probably Resurrection by then. So she was trying to wipe the slate clean.
So in 2003, she'd be 45.
Yeah. She's trying to wipe the slate clean of that first Halloween reboot unpleasantness, we'll say, that she found herself in after not reading her contract. Which is why I think she's so about contracts now as well. She got stuck.
She struggled with opioid addiction.
Yeah.
After back surgery in 1999.
She was gone for a while. She had some addiction issues. We did miss the parent-teacher interview and young Tess getting access to the car as well with the French fries. Yeah, that was great. Eyes on the road. It's like, my first French fry in 8 years. And you don't understand. And you don't understand that until you get to midlife. You're like, yes, my body will always be able to process these fats and oils. It'll be okay. And then you look at this and go, it's real, kids. Take it as a timely warning. This is where Jake kind of starts to get his little obsessive feelings.
Right.
They feel like it's a weird energy too, though. You're like, this is kind of creepy.
Weird feelings for 45-year-old Jamie, not realizing that it was actually 16-year-old Tess. You know,
I know watching it back, I was like, is this okay?
It was a cringy. You gotta suspend your disbelief, kids.
It's like, is this okay? We don't know if that's okay, but kind of is. I don't know. But the coffee shop scene is where they really. Before that, she had her obligatory late 90s, early 90s makeover scene. Wasn't that big a makeover, but it was a makeover.
I look like Stevie Nicks.
Who's he? It's like, that's embarrassing. I mean, for someone that's meant to be into rock and that kind of stuff, I refuse to believe that young Anna would not know who Stevie Nicks is.
Nicks was, yes,
right?
I agree.
He's meant to be a musician. Come on.
Yeah. The cool kids always knew who Stevie Nicks was.
Right. Especially if she's bullied and stuff. It's like, come on. We know. So the coffee shop scene just kind of makes me go, Oh. I love the moment where Mark Harmon sees her on the back of the motorbike and she's just like,
Oh, he has a great line too. I don't consider myself a nitpicky kind of guy, but I draw the line.
He's such a good straight man for these two.
Yep.
He's just a nice guy too. How often are the new partners
new stepfathers icky,
not nice guys? Like they're not. And you see him several times with both kids, just trying to ingratiate himself into their relationships. I was like, I'm on your side, Mark Harmon.
Yeah, well, it's hard not to be on Mark Harmon's side.
He solves so many crimes, you know. But that was to come as well.
He's always a good guy.
I wonder if Mark Harmon's ever played a villain.
I don't think I've seen him play a villain.
I love it when people go against type and play villains. You're like, ooh.
I wonder if his marriage to Pam Dauber survived. Did he stay married to Pam Dauber?
I'm not sure. But this is where we, before the rehearsal dinner, get the crash shackle out the front. Lindsay running full force at him. Lindsay Tess running full force. That's something that I'm like, it must have been fun to make this movie. And you can see it in the first look of the next movie. It looks like they're having a lot of fun with just copying each other's mannerisms and all of that stuff. It's just, they look like they're having a really good time.
He is still married to Pam Dauber.
Oh, see, a good guy all around.
1987.
Whoa. In Hollywood, that's...
Yeah. That's a 100-year anniversary.
And to prove how good a guy he is in this movie, he allows Anna Tess, old Anna,
and Tess Anna, both of them.
Yeah, right.
He kind of forces the hand.
Yeah, to go away, and he says to her, "I don't want to be the wicked stepfather," basically, and lets her go to the Wango Tango auditions. This is some good stuff from Lindsay as well when she has to play the guitar, and she's got the mum dance down and everything. I just love everyone like
and the initial twang.
Yeah, and her and the drummer going.
Twang.
She's a very strong comedic actress.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see this, and then Jamie's rocking out.
Yeah.
You know, if you go and look, they did a little bit of a surprise pop-up at Disney. The cast, minus Lindsay, because she was not in the country. And the band that played the song that Pink Slip performed. Jamie can still play the guitar solo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's standing in the audience doing the fingering and everything. She's like, I could still play it today. So that speaks to her discipline. So actually learning.
Well, you know, that
guitar's hard, man.
Muscle memory.
I can play 3 chords badly, and I need like 5 minutes between all of them. And I was in a band, so I didn't play anything, and there's a reason. Sometimes
you only do 3 chords badly.
Sometimes it's just better to plug in that microphone and walk away. Be like, yeah, girl, you deal with that. I'll deal with the people. That's my job. That was my job as a front man. You know, you just got to deal with.
That's right.
But
they are very front man.
Oh, thank you. They have a very cute little awareness moment here when they return to the dinner, and this is where I really went, "Oh, Lindsay, you're an actress." When she, as her mother, is like, tell him to cancel the wedding, all that kind of stuff, that you're not ready. I'm like, oh, you can act. I forgot that you were it. And I remember a lot of people going, she'll win an Oscar one day. But that's the trajectory of which people saw her. And even
she's
Jamie
still young
Lee,
enough where she could.
We'll see. We'll talk about the Renaissance soon because she's having one too, which is nice to see. But Jamie's great as well. The speech that she gives, as I would believe that coming out of a teenager's mouth. So it's not only good acting, it's good writing. I think for this version of this movie as well. It was very well written for the time.
Right.
There are some cultural things.
Some moments.
There are some cultural things that don't
translate well.
Multi-generational romance that may or may not be an issue, but it is this heartfelt realization of each other's circumstances which releases and reverses the body swap. Everyone feels the earthquake this time.
The fortune cookie said. What did the fortune cookie say?
I didn't write down the quote, but that was the quote basically.
Yeah. When you can see the other.
When you can,
When you can appreciate the footsteps of the other person, your life will be
very monkey's paw kind of. Look at the opposite. Yeah. I do love Grandpa. Earthquake! And it took me forever to figure out who that actor was. He played Miles in Golden Girls. I'm like, I know you. That's all good. Because if there's one thing I have seen, it's a lot of Golden Girls. Wow. They return to their bodies, and that's kind of where we end things. They go to the wedding.
Well, no, we get the wedding scene the next day.
Yeah, Tess allows Anna to date Jake, and that's cute. There's lots of kissing.
And then Pink Slip performs at the reception.
They do. But I really liked the ending. I forgot about it when Mama, because they're catering. House of Chang is now catering the wedding after Lindsay's cancelling the halibut.
Anna Tess fires them for halibut.
Ew, halibut, gross.
You're fired.
I do. Okay. She's like,
you'll thank me for it later, Mother.
Yeah. Mama sees Harry and Granddad having an argument, and she does the running crash tackle. She's like, "Grab her, Harry, no!" I can't remember what she says, but I was like, that is the best ending to the movie. I was like, we're starting again, but it's just Alan. That's it. Alan Coleman, Harold Gould. But that's it. It's a short and sweet little moment. It's an hour and a half. It's good stuff, though. This gave me a little warm feeling.
It gave you all the feels.
All the feels. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna wrap myself in a little blanket.
Mother and daughter reunion,
Yeah, and just I think because it reminds me of a younger time. It would have been good. We were gonna have a third panelist, but unfortunately they had to drop out last minute. Who would have been of age of a Lindsay Lohan age at this point?
Right.
But it gives me nostalgia for that time and for what was going on in my life. So I can only imagine what it was like to be a teenager at that time and going, I love it because this movie was huge. Like for a Disney movie, let's be really honest, it did well. It did really, really well. From a budget of $26 million, it went on to make $160.8 million.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's no.
And it was like the It movie of the summer.
Right. And it as I said, very dictated fashion of the zeitgeist.
Mm-hmm.
It made things really kind of happen and continue to happen for Lindsay. And yeah. It's interesting to note where things went from here for everybody and where we are at the moment, because 22 years later we are back. We are back and ready to go again. So it'll be interesting to see. I think that they definitely have the nostalgia on their side for this next one. they've done. I think they've ticked their boxes so far and
Right.
gotten as many of that original cast members back. So it
Well,
looks
now I
like.
got to see it.
Yeah, I think I'll go see it too. After watching this, I think I'll be headed to the movies because it's nice. It's nice when we get these older movies back again. Sometimes these reboots / requels aren't great, but this, I have a feeling that enough time has passed and Lindsay's back to where it's really refreshing and nice to see her on a red carpet again.
Yeah.
And
So has
she's
she over
genuinely,
Botoxed her face because she had a very expressive face.
yeah,
A
she's
little too much
very,
Botox could wreck that.
yeah. Well, there's been some awkwardness there with what Jamie's saying that the younger generation are destroying their face, and then she's like standing next to Lindsay Lohan in all this promo.
Mhm.
But that's not here nor there. He seems very both of them seem very genuinely moved by the reaction to
Forgive
the
me.
sequel coming out. They've just been in Sydney, and Lindsay was crying and stuff at the premiere after talking to the people in the audience before the show. So it's nice to see them there. And Jamie Lee's already put it out. She's like, Freakiest Friday will be out in another 15 to 20 years if she's alive.
Yes, she'll
She's
be
like,
80.
yeah, well, look, her mother lived a long life. She managed to do the cameo in H20 and drive away in the car that she was buried in Psycho. So if anyone's going to make it, it's probably Jamie Lee, let's be honest. Because this body swap's going to go 3 generations on the next one. So a 4th generation is not out of the question. But Vera, I have to ask you, how many fortune cookies out of 5 are you going to give Freaky Friday from 2003?
Almost 4. I mean, it was a really good movie. I really, really enjoyed watching it again. But like I said, it's got some cringe moments that didn't stand the test of time. So
Right.
almost a 4.
I'm going to give it 4. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Watching it this far removed from it, I really enjoyed it. If anything, it drove home to me how good those 2 lead stars are at what they do.
Well,
and
Jamie,
I
man,
hope,
geez.
I hope that this is the return of Lindsay Lohan to that era of. I hope she can get off the Netflix show movie.
Yeah, those
the
bad
rom-coms.
little
I think she's
romances.
better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she seems a lot calmer and a lot more together in herself as well, that she can actually commit to acting
And I'm
again.
sure having a child has calmed her down.
Well, of course. And just not living in the States, she said, is great for her as well. So we shall see we shall see how the box office goes. There is another movie that I think we might float doing an assigned seating on because it's having its 30th anniversary this year, which made me just go, oh. Let me know if you'd be interested in us doing a review of Casper.
Ooh.
Casper, 30th anniversary.
Ooh.
I know, right? Casper. My little heart flooded. I still love that movie. But until we check back into the cinema again, thank you for joining me, Vera.
Yeah.
I've been Steve. This has been Assigned Seating. And we've just got to say one thing, people. Make good choices.